Hey there, ever feel like your English is a bit plain? Want to make it more colorful, more interesting? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to dive into adjectives. These are the simple, powerful words that really make your sentences pop. So, let's get started.
Okay, here's what we've got on the menu today. First up, we'll figure out what adjectives actually are. Then, we'll see where to put them in a sentence. After that, we'll get a little fancy and learn how to use more than one, and even how to compare things. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a quick recap so you can start using them, like right now.
All right, first things first. What in the world is an adjective? Instead of just giving you some boring textbook definition, I think it's way better to just see them in action. Let's do it. Okay, let's try a little experiment. I want you to picture this word in your head. Car. Got it? So what do you see? It could be anything, right? A big one, a small one, maybe it's new, maybe it's old. The picture's kind of blurry, isn't it?
So right now, all we have is a car. It's a noun, sure, a thing, but it's kind of boring. It doesn't really give us any details. Think of it like a blank canvas. Now watch this. Let's add just one little word.
Boom! Just like that, the picture becomes clear. Is it a red car? Or maybe a big car? Or how about an old car? See what happened? Those words, red, big, old, those are our adjectives. Their whole job is to add detail and make things specific. Pretty cool, right? So if you remember one thing, remember this. An adjective is just a describing word. That's it. Its only job is to give us more information about a noun, a person, a place, or a thing. It really is that simple. Okay, so we know what they are. The next big question is, where do they go? Getting this right is super important if you want your English to sound smooth and natural.
All right, check this out. There are basically two main places you'll find adjectives. The most common spot, the one you'll see all the time, is right before the noun, like here, amazing statues. But you can also stick it after a verb, like be, words like is, are, was. For instance, his sculptures are impressive. Both of these are totally correct.
Now, I want to show you a couple of super common mistakes so you can avoid them. First rule, and this is a big one, the adjective almost always goes before the noun it's describing. So we say a beautiful face. We would never say a face beautiful. Makes sense, right? And second, this one is huge. Adjectives in English are always singular. They never ever get an S on the end. So we say harmful stereotypes, not harmfuls. The adjective itself never changes, ever.
Okay, so you've mastered one adjective. But what if one just isn't enough? What if you want to get really descriptive? Well, good news, you can totally stack them up to paint an even better picture with your words. Let me show you what I mean.
Let's start with a new noun. How about a cat? Simple enough. Again, not a lot of detail going on there.
Okay, let's add one adjective. Let's describe its size. Now it's a small cat. All right, the image in my head is starting to get a bit sharper.
And what if we add another one for its color? A small black cat. Do you see that? With every adjective we add, that picture becomes more specific, more detailed, more real. It's like you're literally painting a picture, but you're using words instead of a brush.
Now, here's a little secret. When native speakers use a bunch of adjectives, they tend to put them in a certain order without even thinking about it. Don't worry, you absolutely do not need to memorize this list. But it's kind of helpful to know that we usually start with quantity or opinion, then size, then color. So it would sound more natural to say a beautiful, small, black cat. But honestly, just play around with it. You'll start to get a feel for what sounds right.
All right, adjectives are great for describing one thing. But what if you want to compare things? Like, say, this is good, but that is better? English has a really cool and simple system for this.
This chart makes it super clear. For short, simple adjectives like strong, you just add ER to the end if you're comparing two things, and EST if you're comparing more than two. So strong, stronger, the strongest. Easy. For longer words like beautiful, we don't add an ending. Instead, we put more or the most in front of it. So beautiful, more beautiful, the most beautiful. That's how we do it.
Let's put it in a sentence. Imagine we're comparing a tiger and a cheetah, just two animals. We'd say, a tiger is stronger than a cheetah. We use that ending because it's a head-to-head comparison, just one versus one.
But what if we're comparing a tiger to all the other cats in the world? Now that's way more than two, right? So we have to use that special est form. We would say tigers are the largest of all the cats. That est tells us they are at the very top, number 1.
Whew. Okay, we have covered a lot pretty quickly, so let's just take a second to go back over the big ideas. This will help lock it all in so you can start using these words today.
All right, here are the key takeaways. Number 1, adjectives describe nouns. That's their job. Number 2, they usually go right before the noun, like in a tall man, or sometimes after a verb like is, as in he is tall. And finally, for comparing two things, you use than. For comparing 3 or more, you use the est. That's pretty much the whole game right there. You can totally do this.
And there you have it, a quick start guide to adjectives. But you know, the real fun starts now, when you start using them. So here's my challenge to you. What new adjective are you going to use today? Think about it. Find a cool, interesting, or funny word and try it out. Thanks so much for tuning in.